Title: Cash bleed and staff chop at DeSantis camp sparks GOP rumble. TLDR: Ron DeSantis campaign squad seems to be chugging gas and throwing sparks, folks. After burning through a hefty $7.9 million wad, several mid-level staff found themselves getting the boot. Even with $20 million in the bank, the DeSantis camp appears to be struggling to keep up with the Donald's cash haul. And, if the rumors are right, the conservative media power players are not too chuffed with DeSantis' lackluster performance and Trump's seeming invincibility. What's next in this GOP tussle? Pour yourself a glass, sit back, and let's dive into the ongoing saga of Ron DeSantis' presidential campaign. It seems the gears are grinding, and there's more smoke than fire, as the campaign faced a major staff chop amidst cash flow crises. Just 2 months in, and we're seeing this kind of drama. Fasten your seatbelts, people, it's gonna be a bumpy ride. Desperate to keep up with Trump's lead in the GOP nomination bid, DeSantis' campaign, seemingly hell-bent on outspending Uncle Scrooge, burned through a whopping $7.9 million. With about a dozen mid-level staff getting their walking papers, you'd think DeSantis was hosting his own episode of The Apprentice. But unlike Trump's reality TV show, this isn't for entertainment, it's the real deal. With only 15% of DeSantis donations coming from small donors, an area where Trump's managed to swoop up donations like a Dyson vacuum, you've got to wonder, is DeSantis bringing in the big guns too soon? A source familiar with the campaign's inner workings seemed to think so, accusing the campaign of high burn rates and deaf ears. And Generopek, the campaign manager, apparently wasn't all ears to the warnings. How deep does this rabbit hole go? Try a cool $1 million spent on payroll taxes, and associated fees. And let's not forget the 90 staffers, the largest staff of any of the Republican candidates, now left with fewer resources than expected. It's a bit like throwing a lavish party, then finding out you've run out of bubbly halfway through. Yet DeSantis spokesman, Andrew Romeo, still maintains a positive front, insisting that DeSantis' plan will restore sanity to the nation. Let's hope it restores sanity to the campaign, too. But with a whopping $72 million backing Biden, will this prove a battle too big for DeSantis? And what about the Super PAC Never Back Down's promise to splurge up to $200 million on the campaign, a seemingly distant dream as it's only halfway there? The campaign's focus now, according to some supporters, is on Iowa. Despite trailing in polls there, DeSantis is ready to make waves in the state. After all, who doesn't love a good underdog story? But with the Murdoch family, those conservative media kingmakers, growing increasingly frustrated with DeSantis' campaign struggles and inability to oust Trump, is it too late for DeSantis to regain their faith? Only time will tell, folks. So, here's the $1 million question. Will DeSantis be able to navigate this political maelstrom, find a way to plug the cash bleed, and steer his campaign back on track? Or is this the beginning of the end for his presidential aspirations? What's your take, people?